Counting on alum, Jana Duggar recently gave her fans a tour of her fixer-upper. With Steven Wisman, there are still tons of things to work on in the newlyweds' Nebraska home. It even came to a point where Jim Bob had to come over to help. However, some Redditors speculate that Jana's inevitable departure may cause a rift in the family. Keep reading to see why Jana recently took to YouTube to share a quick tour of her fixer-upper. With Steven, the couple's house boasts a garage and 5 bedrooms. Moments later, Jana shared the 3D layout of the renovations. She plans to move some of her doors and even combine several rooms to make up more space. During the vlog, the Counting on alum shared a glimpse of the room she and some of her sisters used to sleep in whenever they visited Steven in Nebraska. Jana ended the vlog by saying that she's going to document the final results, adding that Steven is already looking forward to repainting the entire house. Some Redditors discuss the possibility of a negative aftermath in the family once Jana Duggar moves to Nebraska. According to the poster, there's a popular belief about how a family destabilizes when the eldest daughter finally stops with her second-hand mother. Judy Jana has yet to share her whereabouts today, but there are speculations that the Counting on alum is already living with her husband in Nebraska. This just hit me like a ton of bricks, because holy did my family fall apart not even a year once I moved out. I just never connected the dots before. Great, just what I needed. More fodder for therapy discussions. Are you saying that without Jana, the will fall apart? No lies detected. Henny will have some work to do now. Maybe if she did her job as mother properly, the eldest daughter rejecting her duties wouldn't destabilize the house. I say that as a should whose parents do their job properly. The parents should be doing the parenting, not the oldest children. Jana also took to YouTube to share a new vlog featuring her wedding dress shopping day with her family. The Counting on alum tried multiple dresses. One of them was even more revealing than what she originally chose, and fans wondered how her parents would react if she ended up picking it. Her mother Michelle was nowhere to be seen in the vlog, which is an unusual sight to see, especially when it comes to such activities, but it seems she's back at the big house to look after her younger children, which may be a new normal for her as Jana moves with her husband. Jana Duggar's wedding dress has prompted an unexpected controversy. As you probably know by now, Jana married Steven Wisman in front of roughly 500 guests last month. The move caught fans off guard as Jana and Steven seem to have broken up years ago following a brief courtship. But even more surprising to some Duggar watchers was a dress that Jana tried on ahead of her big day. Like many brides-to-be, Jana tried on numerous dresses before choosing the right one. She wound up going with a modest, conservative option that complied with the rules of the infamous Duggar her dress code. But one of the dresses that Jana tried on at her fitting was downright risk by the standards of her fundamentalist family. Fans were impressed by Jana's willingness to so publicly flout her parents' rules. It might not look like an especially racy dress, and it's not, but Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar require their daughters to cover all appendages at all times. Just imagine if Jim Bob and Michelle's faces of Jana would have chosen this dress instead. One commenter wrote, as first reported by The Sun, I'm surprised she even tried this on. Wow, a second viewer remarked and posted it. A third chimed in. Several commenters were surprised that Jana not only tried the dress on, but shared a video of the fitting in a public forum. I'm even more surprised she kept it in the video. One viewer wrote, same, at first I thought it was someone else. Another agreed. Many commenters pointed out that Michelle Duggar seemed to be absent from the fitting. Several Duggar children are semi-arranged from their parents, and some fans are wondering if Jana has joined that club. I don't feel like watching the video. Did she mention her mom's absence? One person asked, does Michelle just not care about anything anymore? Another inquired Michelle was only interested in pre-wedding shopping and other idyllic mom duties when the TLC cameras were rolling, and she wanted to keep the optics of Mother of the Year. A third added we may never know why. Michelle was absent from Jana's fitting, but some fans think it's just one of several signs that Jana is trying to put some distance between herself and her parents' parents. It's been rumored that Jana and Steven are planning to relocate to his native Nebraska, now that they've tied the knot and Jana has already changed her last name. Obviously, there's nothing unusual about that move, but some Duggar watchers have taken it as a sign that she's fed up with her family itch. There it is, one Reddit user wrote, alongside a screenshot of Jana's updated Instagram page dropping the Duggar like a bad habit. A second noted, honestly, Wisman is a killer last name. I'd be so fast to lose that Duggar name. A third remarked, wonder, when will she update her location in her bio? Another user wrote, it might be a while before Jana updates fans on her life as a married woman, but she certainly seems to be enjoying this time of great change in her life. Jan Duggar had a secret romance with husband Steven Wisman before they tied the knot, though she is now giving fans a glimpse into their wedding planning process by sharing a video that documented her wedding dress shopping. The former Counting on Stars 34 took to her YouTube channel on September 7th to share a video of the wedding planning process, which began with her checking out the venue after she gave a tour of the Grand at Willow Spring in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. Jana visited a bridal shop with sisters Jessica Seald and Joanna Forey and sister-in-law Abby Duggar. It's crazy. It's not quite sunken yet, Jana said when asked how she felt about getting married, while Joanna, 26, added it was so fun to watch her older sister try on dresses. Jana tried on 6 different wedding dresses in the clip, including an off-the-shoulder gown and a sleeveless lace dress. Meanwhile, she also tried on a more daring dress that was backless. After trying on all these dresses, there was one that stood out above all the rest, Jana said in a voiceover before the clip showed her in the gown she ultimately married. Steven, 31, in the dress resembled another gown she found online as inspiration, and she couldn't help but gush about how similar the dresses were after Jan's sister raved about the dress. The clip concluded the eldest Duggar daughter holding a heart-shaped sign that read, I found the one. I cannot believe I found my dress so much faster than I expected. She continued in the voiceover, seems almost kind of too easy, I feel like, but I'm so happy to have this big item checked off my to-do list. Shortly after Jana shared the video, several fans took to the comments section to express how happy they were for her. I love how all the girls are so happy for Jana, and I'm so excited that God made Jana and Steven for each other, one person commented. Another chimed in, the dress Jana picked was absolutely the perfect dress for her wedding, so elegant, modern, and feminine. Her wedding was so gorgeous. Love and prayers for the happy new couple. Many fans were delighted to learn that Jana found love after watching her be the last adult Duggar daughter to wed. After she revealed her wedding, Jana opened up about her decision to marry at an older age than most of her siblings. I'm just like, what is it? Is it me? Do I have a problem? She told People in August. I know I've prayed for this for years and years. And yeah, definitely been like, what's the matter? Why can't I just? All of my siblings, most of them have been married in their early 20s. Jana continued, admitting that it was disheartening at times, despite sometimes feeling down about finding love later in life. Jana acknowledged that waiting to settle down meant she was able to connect with so many of my other siblings or friends, or do things that a lot of married people have not been able to do as they've gotten married. Young Jana Duggar mentioned sure to the costume, and it's straight out of her Pinterest desires. Duggar, 34, gave her YouTube followers a peep of what planning her August marriage ceremony was like for her, offering footage of when checked out the venue for her big day, and took a spontaneous journey to have a look at clothes. Forward of that, the Counting on alum discovered a Pinterest picture of what she hoped her robe could appear to be. I do have a Pinterest picture of a marriage robe that I completely love However, I'm making an attempt to not be. Set on a selected model, Duggar defined. In a voiceover, I've heard from a couple of different those who they had been kind of shocked by the costume they ended up loving essentially the most in the long run, so I'm making an attempt to maintain my choices open and simply planning to strive on a pair types. Whereas they had been scanning varied robes, Jan's twin John David Duggar spouse Abby Duggar instantly noticed one, which seemed practically an identical to her inspiration pic in relation to the Duggars. The extra members the merrier, which is why some followers have a tough time retaining monitor of the well-known household after tying the knot in July 1984. Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle Duggar and Rourke welcomed a complete of 19 youngsters together with 2 units of twins, and the Abby pulled this one off the rack that seemed virtually precisely just like the one in my Pinterest picture Jana mentioned in a voiceover, so I'm tremendous excited to do that one on. When Jana walked out of the dressing room carrying the robe, her sisters Jessa and Pleasure Duggar, in addition to Abby, instantly gushed over the costume, the best way it hangs in your shoulders like that's so fairly, Abby mentioned, whereas Jana went on to strive a number of extra clothes. She defined that there was a transparent winner in her thoughts after making an attempt on all these clothes. There was one which stood out above all the remaining, and that was the one which seemed most like my inspiration picture. She mentioned within the voice-over, so I suppose I kind of did know what I wished. In any case, the Duggar household has been charming viewers with their distinctive courtship course of since 2008 and have saved the custom going robust ever since. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar share 19 youngsters, sons Joshua, John David, Joseph, Josiah, Jedediah, Jeremiah, Jason, Justin, and Jackson, and daughters Jana, Jill, Jessa, Jinger, Pleasure, Anna, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan, Grace, and Josie. Jana tried on the robe yet another time, planning how she might alter the straps to reflect her Pinterest pic. General, this costume is just about an ideal match to the one within the picture. However, the prime is just a little completely different, she defined within the voiceover. Nonetheless, I feel it could be an easy alteration to vary the highest to match the picture, so I feel I'm really going to go forward and go together with this costume after adjusting the straps and including a petticoat beneath. Jana was offered on the robe, whereas carrying the costume. Jana held up an indication that I discovered the one I can't consider. I discovered the costume a lot else sooner than I anticipated. She mentioned it appeared virtually kind of too simple. I really feel like, however, I'm so completely happy to have this massive merchandise checked off the to-do checklist. Janet Duggar couldn't all the time rely on discovering her without end husband for practically 12 years. The fact star allowed cameras to doc her life on TLC's 19 Youngsters and Counting, and the spin-off Counting On through the present. Duggar witnessed her sisters fall in love, leaving her questioning when her time would come. Jana sparked engagement rumors in July when she uploaded a sequence of Instagram photographs with a hoop on her left hand. Information broke the next month that Jana was engaged to Steven Wisman and had utilized for a wedding license. The pair exchanged vows on August 15th in Prairie Grove, Arkansas, an entrance of 500 visitors per individuals. I feel it's a type of issues that everyone ladies envision sometime. Jana informed the outlet previous to the day. For me, it felt like okay, it's by no means coming. However, now it's beginning to sink in. Actuality is beginning to set in. And I'm like, wow, this actually is one thing that I've dreamed of, and simply to see it coming about is unimaginable and type of arduous to consider. It's a dream come true. All Duggar family news. Jason Duggar, Jessa Duggar, related? For you recently uploaded, watched.